People do change. Yet how did María López Esquivel, a sensational Instagram influencer, become a deadly cartel boss dubbed the Dame of Death? How did she end up like this? Like Catrina. The term for the Lady of the Dead is related to a popular Mexican tradition, the Day of the Dead. María Guadalupe López Esquivel, aka La Catrina, one of the sexiest and deadliest sicaria alive, was born to a rancher father and stay-at-home mother in the city of Tepalcatepec. In 2017, she became involved with a cartel member and ran away from home. That cartel member could have been Miguel Ángel Fernández, also known as M2. M2 got her into the Jalisco New Generation Cartel, or CJNG for short. The Jalisco Cartel, named after a Mexican state, was formed in late 2009, but her association with the CJNG wasn't the only negative influence. Just like El Chapo, Esquivel was particularly interested in Mexican-American actress Kate del Castillo, who starred in the TV series La Reina del Sur, or Queen of the South. It tells the story of a woman who forges her path in the male-dominated world of Mexican cartels. It's no surprise that this trailblazing badass inspired the creation of La Catrina Esquivel, since Esquivel would spend 3 years writing her own cartel tale, one that was very violent and very real. Criminal activities. Esquivel began to establish a deadly reputation after being taken into the organization, becoming part of a select group of gorgeous female cartel members. This was the start of her reputation as Mexico's deadliest female boss. Unlike other bosses, she used Instagram a lot, posting pictures, posing with guns, and showing dead bodies and victims of their attacks. But she was more than a bimbo pouting for the cameras. Esquivel allegedly paid spies, putting them in key locations so she could get relevant information regarding the police and her enemies. Assassinations were one part of her life as a criminal. Her daily routine also consisted of drugs, extortion, and kidnapping. The CJNG weren't the only cartel on the scene, of course. They battled against trafficking rivals in other organizations such as the Zetas and Knights Templar. But it wasn't all cartel-on-cartel violence. Lawmakers and even the military found themselves on the receiving end of Esquivel's gun. In October 2019, she would conduct an attack that would be the highlight of her career and the beginning of her downfall, attacking a convoy of policemen that were ambushed by approximately 30 armed cartel members in the rural area of Aguililla. 13 people lost their lives in the carnage. After that, the authorities would put her on their watch list, waiting for the moment to strike, and they got it. Her demise. In 2020, La Catrina valiantly fought the law and lost. It was January of 2020, and Esquivel was hiding in a safe house in Michoacan with some of her sicarios. It would seem the authorities had their own intel, mobilizing the police, the army, and National Guards for a joint operation. With all her preparation, she wasn't ready for the might of the law that descended upon her, and like her life, her death was also made public. Esquivel was hit in the neck, covered in blood, and slumped against the wall as she fought to breathe. All the efforts to save her proved futile. La Catrina certainly took things to a whole new level in the boastful way she promoted her murderous activities on Instagram. She is described as the most glamorous and dangerous sicaria, so it makes sense that others will be inspired by her and follow in her wake. Unfortunately, La Catrina is gone, and like all things in life, others will take her place. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.